I'll say in all seriousness, you know, Fairleigh Dickinson's leading Ohio State at halftime and loses by 10. So we tried to prepare for a team that was picked to win their league. And this year, our guys have done a great job of focusing on our opponent and treating everybody with great respect. I think it's because we got tremendous maturity and kids on our team. We have just a very mature group of guys. Secondly, when you look at us statistically, shooting 48% from the field coming into today as a team, but only shooting 30 from the three-point line. We're an unselfish team. We pass the ball, but we just have not made open shots. That's really the truth of a lot of our games, even in some wins. And it's been my feeling that if Kevin could get going and Jaron could get going from the perimeter to join what Jacob Evans has been doing, with Kyle and Gary inside, that we got a chance to get a lot better with this and be a devastating team at times when we can shoot the ball. But you got to make open shots. That's the name of the game. And today we did that. And then the second thing is we've been working hard on trying to smother teams with more ball pressure and be out in the passing lane a lot more. The guys did a great job of that today. So both the things we're trying to work on, I told them I thought if we were more aggressive on defense and we got more deflections and we got our hands out in the passing lanes, that we would shoot the ball better because we would get lost in the game of hustle and we wouldn't be worried about whether we're making or missing open shots. So I still think we have a lot of room for improvement. Obviously, we were hitting on all cylinders today.
I think your bench had 4 points against Butler, and since then they've had 107 in the last 2 games. Is that them finally?
Can I ask you a question? What's the date today?
19th.
Okay.
17th.
Okay. Right there. I'm going to wonder how many times I'm going to come to the press conference and be asked about the Butler.
Well, I'm not asking. I'm saying they've scored 107 points in the 2 games since.
You referenced the Butler game. It was 3 games. You know, so all I can tell you is we got 2 or 3 freshmen come off the bench: Nasir, Trey, and Jaron. Justin is a sophomore, so we have a young bench. They're getting better. You know, as time goes on, I thought Trey Scott in the first half and Justin Jennifer in the first half changed the tempo of the game. Yeah. So one thing, you know, Jaron gives a scoring punch off the bench. Trey and Justin give us quickness off the bench, and they're just quicker than Troy and Gary. So they're able to change the tempo of what we do with our defense. Now, obviously, when they play the way they did on offense, it can be devastating. You know, they have a snowball effect on the team. To answer the question, when we play somebody in the top 25 to win on the road and to get where we're trying to go, we're going to have to be 8 or 9 strong because we don't have 5 lottery picks. We're not Duke. Okay, so for us to reach our potential, we have got to be a 9-deep team and be able to do that against a high level opponent and be able to play with the same confidence, the same execution against any high level opponent. That for us to get where we're trying to go, for us to win our league tournament and try to get ready to be a significant team in March, those guys are going to be the difference for us.
How does the red team do against the black team in practice?
They beat them a lot because Kane Broom's on that team as well. And he was player of the year in his league last year, averaged 24 a game.
Do you have more
He might be our most talented player.
Yeah.
So you can't guard him. So, and he's also a basketball savant. So you can, I mean, if I could bring them back in here, they would tell you they're so competitive with it now that, like yesterday, as soon as we got done with our skill stuff and went to go 5-on-5, it was immediately Troy turned to the black team, and it was like we were getting ready to play a game. Like it's gotten to that point with them because it's so competitive. Because I think Red had won like 2 or 3 in a row. Red being the guys off the bench and Kane.
Is it as competitive as it's been since you've been here?
Yes.
In that regard?
Probably so. Well, back in 2011, 12, Larry Davis and
The Goon Squad.
we had seniors coming off the bench that year.
Sweet 16 year.
No, that was the year UConn
Kimball Walker.
won it all. Kimball Walker get 31 on us. But I thought that year, if we could have won that game, I thought we could have done the same thing UConn did. There was no dominant team that year. It was a wide open deal. They beat us in a tough game. But anyway, it's been, I would tell you, having Kane really, really helps practice. It really helps practice.
You just briefly speak about Tobler. He tied his career high with 5 points.
What a key is this use of the shot fake. So the inside joke on the team is Coach Savino has been trying for 4 years, begging our guys to shot fake on the three-point shot when the guy's running that and get fouled. So if you notice, the whole bench was staring and pointing at Darren when it finally happened. I mean, it started with Luke Hancock used to do it at Louisville, and we were trying to get guys to do it on our team. Where our guys shot fake, get out of the way of the contact, and then shoot another three. So Zach gave Coach Savino a little Christmas present.
It was good to see him. I mean, come in and do well. And he's not.
Zach's the best. He's a tremendous kid. He's an honor student. Told me I should have played him against Butler, since you want to reference Butler every time I walk in here. Because Nate Fowler had 0 against him when the Cov Cats beat Mahler like 3 years ago, 5, whatever. That happened back in Zach's high school career. So, he's a great kid. So, but I just think this important time for all teams over the next couple weeks with no school to get better, to continue to improve. Because conference play is a different animal. We got Marshall coming in, who's a very high-scoring team next week, and then we open the season. 2 of our first 3 are at Temple, at Houston. Very good teams.
Did you learn anything about your team today?
I was just happy for them. These guys, I know they share the ball. So like on my radio, people say, well, it's impressive. We've been sharing the ball. We just haven't made open shots consistently. So I was happy for them with that. I think that the more our bench guys can continue to get comfortable and confident in how important, and realize how important they are to this team, I think that we got a chance to really improve as the season goes on. Obviously, the competition is going to get a lot steeper.
One more thing. What did you say a good deflection game for you is? 40?
40. We had 30 plus at half.
And you had how many?
But we had been on a three game run of not getting 40.
How many
So
total
we
did you have?
We ended up with 50 plus.
50 plus.
Yeah, I don't have it in front of me, right? Give it to you.
So you like 40.
We haven't lost in 5 years since when we've gotten 40 deflections. We haven't had a loss in 5 years. So. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.